Hello children, let's start with chapter number 7, that's percentage. This is a symbol for percentage. When we say percent, it means for every 100 or out of 100. Now there are only two basic things that we need to keep in our mind. When we have to find the percentage, whatever is given to us, we multiply it by 100, and when percentage is given, we divide the number by 100. Now we'll start with exercise 7.1. Here in question number 1, they're asking you to convert the percentages into fraction. Now percentage is given, just remove the percentage and divide the number by 100, reduce it, and then change it to mixed fraction if it is an improper. Again, the percentage is there. First, this is mixed. Let's change it to improper and divide the number by 100. Now for dividing directly, I'm putting two zeros of 100 with the denominator. And after reducing, it's 11 by 350 as it's a proper fraction. It's the final answer. Now again, removing the percentage, dividing by 100, and as it's a decimal number, there are 3 digits after the decimal, so adding 3 more zeros, and on reducing it becomes 1 upon 20,000. Next question, if you have to convert fractions as percentage, now to find the percentage, multiply by 100, and after cutting it's 32%, mixed fraction, change it to improper and multiply by 100, and after cutting it's 260%. Now in the next question, we have to convert the answer in decimals, and then after the decimals we have to convert it into percentage. So there are two parts to the question. First, for changing in decimals, here I am changing the denominator to a power of 10 by multiplying it by 125. If you multiply denominator by a number, you have to multiply numerator also by the same number. You get 875 upon 1000, and in decimal it's 0.875. 3 zeros from back, jumping 3 digits and putting the decimal. Now for the percentage, this is 875. Just remove the decimal upon 1000 and multiply it by 100, and whatever you get, that is your answer in percentage. Same goes for a fractional number also. 16, if you multiply by 625, that gives you 10,000. If you multiply denominator by a number, multiply numerator also by the same number, you get 3125, and there are 4 zeros, so jump back 4 digits and put the decimal. Now for changing in percentage, I'm taking this decimal number only, and there were 4 digits after the decimal, so 4 zeros, and for percentage multiplied by 100, and your answer will be 31.25%. Next, if you have to convert a ratio into percentage, first of all, ratio can be written in a fractional form, and for percentage again it's same only, we have to multiply it by 100 and then converting it to mixed if it's in improper fraction. Same for the second part, writing in fractional form and multiplying by 100, answer is 28%. Now for question number 5, we have to evaluate, like we have 92 upon 3% of 25 kg. Any number which has percentage, like this is the second rule, that when percentage is given, divide the number by 100. Now for dividing, there is already a denominator 3, so directly putting 2 zeros of 100 with that and multiplying it. After reducing, it's 29 by 12, and as this is an improper fraction, changing it to mixed, we get 25 upon 12. Now the unit given was 20, like we were finding the percentage of the kilograms, so answer will be 25 upon 12 kilograms. Here you can change in decimals also. Now the second part of this question, it's 8.7% of 450 minus 3.8% of 260 and minus 2.4% of 270. Now solve individually. First, percentage remove, divide by 100 into 450. Now instead of reducing it to lowest term, just cancel the zeros and keep your base as 100 only. Same, do it with the second value also. 3.8 upon 100 because percentage was there. One more zero because it was a decimal number, so 1 digit and adding one more zero into 260, again cancelling 1 0 and 1 0. Multiply the numerators, that's 988 upon 100. The next part is again the same, 2.4 percentage, removing the percentage, dividing by 100. It was a decimal number, adding one more zero into 270, and we get 648 upon 100. Now all the three numbers have base 100, so common 100, and subtract the numerators. Whatever sign is given, just put that sign. First number minus the second number minus the third number gives you 2279 upon 100. Now there are 2 digits after the decimal. So from back we will jump 2 digits and we'll put the decimal. Answer will be 22.79. Now this is question number 6, first part. What percent is 7 rupees 50 paisas of rupees 3? So we have to say, like we can say it in this way, that x percent of rupees 3 is rupees 7.50. X percent, remove the percentage, divide the number by 100 of 3 is 7.50. Keeping x here only, and whatever is with x, take it to the other side. Numerator value goes to the denominator and denominator value goes to the numerator. And after reducing, the value of x is 250. That means it's 250% of rupees 3 is 7.50. Same is the second part also. Now this is question number 7. We have to find the number. If this of the number is 12.50. Now let the number be x. Now it's 81 by 3 changing to improper. Percentage is there. Divide the number by 100. For dividing, putting two zeros of 100 with the denominator of a number which is x is 12.50. Now keep your x here only, and whatever is with x, take it to the other side and reciprocate it, and reduce, like removing the decimal upon two zeros more. And then after reducing, the value of x is 50. And what is x? X was the number, therefore the number is 50. Question number 8, it is given that you have to find the salary. Money saved is 46% of the salary, and money spent, that is expenditure, is 11178. Now as the salary is missing, we let the salary be x. Money saved is 46% of the salary, that becomes 46 upon 100x, and expenditure is given. Now we have to make equation. Equation states that your salary can be either spent or saved. So expenditure plus savings. Now keeping x values on the same side, this is plus on the right. On left it becomes minus. Shift it to the other side, then finding out the LCM, 100 into x, 100x. Minus 46x gives you 54x upon 100. That's equal to 11178. Now keeping x here only, and whatever is with x, shifting it to the other side by reciprocating it, and 54 upon 100 will become 100 upon 54. After reducing, the value of x is 20700. Now x is 20700, that is the salary, therefore the salary is 20700. Now it's question number 10. It's given in question number 10. We have to find the total strength. Boys are 56% of the total strength and girls are 264. So we begin the question with let the total strength be x. Now boys are 56% of the strength, that means 56% of x, which is equal to 56 upon 100 x, and girls are equal to 264. Now for making the equation, total strength is equal to the boys plus girls. After that, shifting the x values on the same side, taking plus becomes minus, and finding out LCM, we get 44 upon 100 x equal to 264. Keeping x here only, and whatever is with x, taking it to the other side and reciprocating it. On reducing, the value of x is 600. Now what was x assumed as? X was the strength, therefore the total strength of the school is equal to 600. Now we start with solution number 11. Here we have to find the total. They have given the total number of students as 45 and students absent at 5. Now if students absent are 5, remaining students, or we can say the students present, are total strength minus 5, that is equal to 40. So 40 students are present, or 40 are the remaining students. Now they are saying that how many children are not in school dress, that is 30% of the remaining, and here remaining is 40, which comes after reducing, which comes as 12. Then how many children are in school dress? These are not in school dress. And how many are in school dress? That means 40 minus 12. Now why 40? Because out of 45, 5 are already absent. So we are not going to consider the total strength as 45. Here those who are present, we will take those children. And 40 minus 12, 28 are in school dress. In next question, there are 3 candidates who received the vote 1704, 11454, 17442. And first part, we have to find total votes polled. Now for total votes polled, we will be adding the votes received by 3 candidates, and which we get as 30600 votes. For the second part, we have to find the percentage of the votes received by the winning candidate. Now when we say winning candidate, the maximum votes are 17442. That means these are the votes received by the winning candidate. So to find the percentage of winning candidate, winning candidate's vote, it's the votes received by winner upon total votes, and for percentage it's multiplied by 100, and on reducing we get it as 57%. Then solution number 13. Total number of apples given are 250. Apples rotten means which are not in good condition to be eaten are 40. And if rotten are 40, good apples will be, although they didn't ask to find good apples, they just asked to find the percentage of good apples. But for percentage, we need to find out how many apples are good. Total apples minus the rotten apples. So good apples are 210. And then to find the percentage of good apples, it's good apples upon total apples multiplied by 100, which comes as 84%. Now the last question, number 14, it said that we have to find the maximum marks and let the maximum marks be x. And one candidate scored 360 marks, but he got 15 marks less to get 75%. When we say 75% of the maximum marks means he got 360 and 15 were less. If we give 15, that means his marks will be equal to 75. So here we'll be adding 15. 75% of the maximum marks is 75 upon 100x, equal to adding this 375, keeping x here only, and whatever is with x shifting to the other side and reciprocating it. The value of x is 500, therefore maximum marks is equal to 500. So with this we finish the first exercise.